afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4, and welcome to September.
That's right. Happy September. It's September 1st. It was the first day of school today for a lot of kids.
Meteorological autumn, as a matter of fact.
Here we go.
Downhill from here. Here's what's making news today. Hundreds of UW health nurses plan to put in their formal 10-day notice to strike tomorrow. So what are the nurses' demands?
Goats are being studied as an answer to control invasive species here in Wisconsin.
And Mark and Susan, it is back to school time, and we're making time for kids with the medical professionals at SSM Health, ready to take any calls or concerns you might have as the kids head back to the classrooms. We'll tell you how you can get on the line with some professionals today.
All right, we'll check back in a little bit, Eric. Thank you. Let's take a look outside. Summer's returned.
That's a beautiful shot.
Warm today, wasn't it?
It was warm today. Did you turn your air back on?
Oh, yeah. It was on yesterday. Not as nice for Saturday, though. We had looked at a nice weekend all around, but maybe not quite so nice on Saturday. Here's Greg with the details.
Now, actually, it looks like a little bit more unsettled. We still get to enjoy tomorrow, and you're right, it's warm outside, but the breeze has kind of helped cool things off. And we had some cloud cover, too, from this disturbance to the south. Some mid-high-level clouds are starting to come in. We'll see more of that tonight, but overall, temperatures right now almost 90. Actually, Lone Rock did hit 90. Other times we've seen mid to upper 80s in most of the locations. We zoom into Dane County. It's pretty much uniform around 84 to 83 degrees across the board there. Dew points have increased, and they actually have increased further west, 60s, even some 70s further west too. So 85 so far, 78 is normal, 99 back in 1953. As we can see, and since we are in September now, here's your stats that look like. We start 77, but we drop off 66. And yeah, we still can get warm yet. 99 back in 1953, and we only usually receive one 90-degree day. But we'll have more on that settled weather coming up in a little bit.
All right, Greg, back in a few minutes. Thank you. Hundreds of UW health nurses who voted to strike last week are moving forward, announcing plans to file their formal 10-day notice tomorrow.
The strike would start at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, September 13th, and last at least 3 days. It's a culmination of an effort lasting now almost 3 years. The strike is planned unless the union is recognized and UW Health agrees not to retaliate against participants. Legal opinions on this subject have varied, given UW Health employees are not state employees, but Attorney General Josh Kaul said this summer in a non-binding opinion that recognition of the union would be legal. UW Health nurses who want to unionize aren't backing down, and they're another step closer to striking. As we said just a moment ago, this morning, they announced intentions to file a 10-day notice with UW Health, and that will happen tomorrow.
Tehil Moladin heard from several nurses at UW today, and she joins us live now with what the nurses are saying since they have changed since they first threatened to strike. Tehil?
If anything, union leaders and nurses are even more committed to striking on September 13th through the 16th than they were before. They use words like intimidation to describe how management has handled their demands to have their union recognized, SEIU. UW nurses say managers have been calling them into private meetings and asking them to sign documents that state whether they intend to strike, not strike, or are undecided. Union leader Sherry Signer says management has also told nurses they would classify employee participation in the strike as a no-call, no-show, threatening to even fire some.
I'm not surprised whatsoever. We have been trying for years to get through to management. We have been trying to get to the board. We have been stopped every time we make an attempt. Nobody is listening. The whole atmosphere of the hospital is, the nurses are scared.
UW nurses have been pushing to rejoin the SEI union for years. The union contract expired in 2014. Now, we have reached out to UW Health to get their take on these claims or have them confirmed, but we have not heard back from them on this or any comment at all. Live at UW Hospital, Tehil Moladin, News 3 Now.
Tehil, thank you. Today was the first day of school, as we mentioned, for thousands of kids across the area today, including in the Fort Atkinson School District.
For kids and for teachers alike and all of the staff in a school, they're all anxious to help share and to help kids find new excitement and new information and new learning.
Students and staff were welcomed back with balloons and a photo booth at Fort Atkinson High School this morning as some of the upperclassmen helped out the freshmen for their first day of high school. Students we talked with are excited to be back in class and looking forward to a much more normal school year.
I love how you can walk into a building, you are greeted by so many people that know you by name and not just there's a person that I see every day.
When I came here as a new student, I felt so included and so open to finally talk to people and open myself up to others.
I truly do enjoy being at school all day, and that's not something a lot of people would say, but it's an excuse to see your friends and people you know like all day long, so I really enjoy it.
Juniors and seniors had a whole day of activities planned for the incoming freshmen, helping start their school year off on a good note. Teachers and staff tell us they're happy to have full classrooms once again.
Well, if you are a parent with a kid heading back to school, you might have a number of medical questions before your child heads back to the classroom.
That's why News 3 Now is partnering with SSM Health. We're hosting a phone bank tonight with local medical experts to help answer some of your questions.
Eric Franke standing by with the doctors answering your questions. Eric?
Mark and Susan, I know many kids are wrapping up that first day of school, probably right now, and others are getting ready to go for the first day tomorrow. This is always, of course, a crazy time of the year. A lot of emotions for parents out there and students alike, so we are going to make it really easy for all of you to get any questions you might have answered tonight with our phone bank. It can be really any topic that you want. Maybe it's a question about general health, physical health. You can go to, we'll have a pediatrician here, or maybe it's a mental health question. You can call and get right to a doctor and get the answers you need. We have a pediatric psychology, psychiatry. Dr. Bhawani Balamudi will be here shortly. Allison Plummer from pediatrics, and Dr. Zorba Pastor will also be along a little bit later. We also have a school counselor here, not just any counselor, but the Wisconsin Counselor of the Year from Verona Area High School, Carrie Hale, will be here. So there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of resources for you to use. And the number to call, 270-2833, 608-270-2833. That's to get to our phone bank. Or if you'd rather chat via email, we have a new email set up for this today. It's timeforkids@WISC-TV.com. Shoot us an email and we'll get it to our team of SSM Health medical professionals standing by, and they'll be here through 7 p.m. tonight. We'll be taking your calls, and we'll have a little chat shortly to kind of touch on some of the things that are available to our viewers tonight. Mark, Susan?
Great opportunity for parents because there's so many questions now about masks and everything else going into the school year. Thank you, Eric.
A federal judge heard arguments today from the Department of Justice and former President Trump's lawyers over his request for a neutral attorney to review material seized from Mar-a-Lago.
The judge did not issue an immediate ruling and said she would issue a written order in due course.
Natalie Brand has the latest.
In Florida, federal judge Eileen Cannon heard arguments from the Justice Department and former President Trump's lawyers as she weighs whether to appoint a special master to review documents seized from Trump's Florida home. In a filing Wednesday night, the former president's legal team claimed the DOJ's own review of the documents for attorney-client privilege had deficiencies and called the FBI's August 8th search unprecedented, unnecessary, and legally unsupported.
I really hope that we can get the special master put in place so that we can have some impartial mediators to look at everything and get the documents that are supposed to be with the president back.
The U.S. Justice Department fiercely pushed back against the appointment of a special master in its filing this week, saying it's unnecessary and could significantly harm national security interests.
The DOJ's filing included this stunning photograph of top-secret documents recovered from a container in Trump's office that were seized during the August search. It also said the government had evidence of possible obstruction, alleging that Trump's representatives misled federal officials when they claimed all classified material had been turned over months ago.
These documents are marked classified, and they were not returned after Trump's lawyer on Trump's behalf certified that there were no such documents. That in and of itself is the definition of obstructive conduct.
Trump's attorney's filing did not address the DOJ's arguments of possible obstruction, though it did claim a June meeting has been significantly mischaracterized by the DOJ. The filing also did not give evidence to back up Trump's public assertions that he declassified the documents in question. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
In today's hearing, the former president's lawyers slammed the DOJ photograph as perfectly staged and called for the temperature on both sides to be lowered.
Meanwhile, Judge Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, had previously signaled her openness to possibly grant the former president's request for a special master.
Well, she is not done yet. Tennis superstar Serena Williams is through the next round of the U.S. Open after beating the woman ranked #2, Annette Kontaveit. Was that right? All right, beat her last night. It was Williams who came out on top in the first set, breaking a bitterly contested tie with an ace. But Williams lost ground in the second, her chances looking dim against the 26-year-old Estonian who dominated the second set. But in the third, Williams came back true to form, relying on her signature serve and powerful hits to dominate the court and win the match. And from the sound of it, Williams is fired up and not backing down just yet.
Are you surprising yourself with your level? No, I know. I mean, I'm just Serena, you know, so.
Williams will face Ayla Tanlijevic in the third round, but not before she plays a doubles match with her sister Venus Williams tonight. Venus said it was Serena's idea to reunite to play doubles together at the U.S. Open.
Hailstones, speaking of tennis, the size of tennis balls hit eastern Spain this week. It was a violent storm that sadly killed a 1-year-old girl. At this hotel, guests took cover as huge balls of ice crashed around them. Hailstones 4 inches in diameter smashed windows and roofs. Authorities say a 1-year-old girl was killed when a hailstone hit her head. The hailstones are the biggest ever recorded in the Catalonia region in 2 decades. A city official says the hail only fell for 10 minutes, but described it as 10 minutes of terror.
Well, there are goats at the headquarters for American Family Insurance headquarters, and they are being studied. AmFam, in partnership with the University of Wisconsin-Madison, is part of an innovative study that involves using goats, among other methods, to remove invasive species at its Madison headquarters. The study compares the relative effectiveness and safety of each method.
So they'll move from plot to plot and will be here for about a week this time. They were here for 2 weeks earlier this summer on their first graze, and then this is their second graze of this summer.
The study includes other control methods and test sites for removing invasive species, which will help them understand the economic and environmental impacts of each of the control methods.
Nature's lawnmowers.
Nothing cuter than goats.
I know, they really are.
Well, up next, we'll rejoin our back-to-school phone bank.
We'll find out what kinds of information is available to you and your back-to-schoolers when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjord's furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjord's furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjord's furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
If you have advanced non-small cell lung cancer, your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. People may want to turn away from beef jerky and choose a salad. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that is right. According to 2 studies that were published in a British medical journal, those who eat a lot of pre-packaged food items like frozen pizzas, hot dogs, things like that, are more likely to have major health problems.
We needed a study for this?
The study, which was based on more than 200,000 people in the U.S., discovered a link between those types of processed foods and colorectal cancer in men. Another study based in Italy found that ultra-processed and nutrient-poor foods both increase the risk of an early death, especially from cardiovascular disease.
Well, COVID-19 appears to be having an effect on the U.S. educational system. The National Center for Educational Statistics released a report today that says math and reading scores for 9-year-olds in the U.S. fell drastically since 2020. This is the first national report to compare student achievement from before and after the start of the pandemic. The organization says overall math scores dropped 7 points, while reading scores are down by 5 points. This marks the largest decline in reading since 1990 and the first time ever that math scores have gone down.
Well, despite recession fears, a lot of employers don't appear to be handing out pink slips. The Labor Department jobs report was released today, and it shows jobless claims have fallen to the lowest level in 2 months. According to the report, in the week ending August 27th, 232,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits for the first time. That's a drop of 5,000 from the previous week.
Stocks started the new month finishing higher. The Dow Industrials gained 145 points, closing at 31,656. The Nasdaq, though, lost 31 points. However, the S&P 500 managed an 11-point gain. We've been taking your calls at 608-270-2833 for back-to-school health questions.
The phone bank is open now. Eric Franke rejoins us with a special guest and more on the kind of advice that's available tonight. Eric?
Susan, that's right. You know, and we can talk mental health, we can talk physical health. There's so many things that go into the first part of the school year. And we know a lot of kids are probably walking in the door right now ready to share the message of joy from their first day of school. We're joined now by pediatric psychiatrist Dr. Bhavani Balamudi from SSM Health. Great to see you again. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is really a tough time. I always say it's emotional for the parents, too. We know that. But it's tough for kids, too, right? I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stress. And that's kind of some of the stuff you see in your practice, I would presume, this time of the year.
I do. Transition back to schools is always a hard time for kids and parents.
And so what are some of the things you see? I mean, is it just nervous excitement? Is it just they're really stressed about the environment? What are some of the things you're seeing?
I think you're right. I think you see a combination of the nervousness and excitement. There's excitement of wanting to see their friends back and maybe some favorite things and activities they like at school, or kind of wanting to see their teachers back or other connections they've made. But there's always the nervousness about the unknown. You know, it's like, what is a new school year going to look like? And, you know, what are the things? So definitely it's a combination of the two. And it's important for us to kind of make sure that it's in equal parts. If the nervousness and excitement is in equal parts, that means that, you know, they're ready for the school year. If you find that they're kind of feeling a little bit more nervous nervous, parents can definitely do a lot of things to help ease with that transition.
Yeah, and what are some of those things? I mean, we have been saying for a month now the things that, you know, on our newscast, things that parents can do to get their kids ready for the school year. But what are some of the things now as it started that you can maybe gauge your child to see how they're reacting to the start of the school year?
You know, check with your child and see how their experience has been first day. And don't assume that just because they've had a mixed day at school the first day that it's going to be a bad school year, or versus the other way. Just keep a open communication, check with your kids how things were, and ask them about the highlights of the day. You know, what were some good parts and what were the parts that didn't go so well. So you're actually kind of breaking it down to different parts of their day. And then if you feel like there are things that need to be addressed, you know, you may want to kind of contact the teacher, or you may want to contact their, you know, again, I think whoever the connecting, you know, the point person is.
Yeah.
And if you feel like it's something that maybe you want to keep an eye on, and your teacher, you know, your child is feeling a little unsure about it, you know, talk to them a little bit more and monitor for the next couple of days and see how they're doing.
Yeah, I like the part about dwelling on the positive, not just what went wrong today. You want to hear the positive too. Yeah. How about COVID? You know, this year we're kind of it kind of feels normal again, right?
Right. You know, we're living in interesting times. You know, so apart from all of the other regular nervousness and anxiety that we have to deal with, we also have to deal with going back to school and possibly contracting, you know, COVID. And not only just for the child, but it's also like, you know, if the child brings back some, you know, an infection that could be unsafe for the family members, especially if they're immunocompromised family members. Yeah. So, but again, having said that, you know, again, this is a normal experience for the kids. Let's focus on what's normal, you know, for their day-to-day life and for their educational and also their social growth and development. So I think it's okay to tell them that, you know, be safe, but let's keep a close eye on it.
Yeah. Dr. Balamoudi, it's great to have you here. She is one of the professionals we have standing by to take your calls, 270-2833. Remember, 608-270-2833. We also have an email line available as well. It's Time for Kids, the word for, F-O-R, timeforkids@WISC-TV.com, and they'll be answering your questions really until 7 o'clock tonight.
Eric, thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Still to come at 4, a house in Madison is about to become world famous.
All thanks to Netflix. We'll have that story coming up after Greg's First Warn holiday forecast.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Labor Day preview sale is going on now. Save up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus pay no interest for 36 months. And guaranteed 5-day delivery on in-stock items. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley, off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, we're having a summer send-off celebration at all Bob's locations near you and all 164 stores coast to coast, with 16 new stores this year alone. So come celebrate with my new 60-month financing option. Incredible values on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. And entertainment and yummy treats for the kiddos. It's gonna be great! Great indeed, Balloon Bob. So come celebrate Bob's coast-to-coast growth. The sun never sets on savings with Bob's Discount.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good times, insurance!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. It means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. It means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Ends Labor Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now. Save up to 78% off clearance items, plus fast delivery on millions of in-stock products, and low monthly payments with special financing. It's the Labor Day sale, and it's happening now, only at Ashley.
Well, take a look at this. Some residents of Philadelphia had an unexpected wildlife encounter. Wally the alligator paid a visit to the city's Love Park to cool himself in the foundation. Turns out the gator's a licensed emotional support animal and lives at his owner's home in York, Pennsylvania. His go-to treats are cheese puffs and raw chicken.
And, of course, a cheesesteak with whiz.
And that's not even the right video.
Oh, that's pretty good crap.
That's not the Philadelphia Gator?
No, it's not.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like Love Park.
No.
Oh, well,
No,
that's all right. Well, you get the idea.
An alligator
Imagine
like
if
this.
You will. Yeah.
No, I saw that. It's Wally, yeah. He actually goes to bed with them. And yeah, I've seen that,
It never fails when school starts. It's always warm. Always. It's always like the hottest
As I told
part
Mark, it's good that we have AC because back when I went to school, there was no AC. So 90 kind of goes out.
I was uphill both ways in the snow.
Oh, yeah? Good. Now, we actually got rain chances now for Saturday. So we'll have more of that coming up.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Your spirit is stronger than your highs and lows. Your creativity can outshine any bad day because you are greater than your bipolar one. And you can help take control of your symptoms and ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Once daily Vraylar is proven to treat depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain, and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Sleepiness and stomach issues are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. You are greater than your bipolar 1. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It is a warm day out there right now. As you see, temperatures overall, we're hitting the mid-80s, even was 90 degrees in Lone Rock. Other areas have been mid-to-upper 80s. Cool spot is actually by the lake. They have a lakefront going on, so if you get right by the lake, you're about in the upper 70s, low 80s. But as we zoom in closer to the Madison area, Dane County area, pretty much uniform once again. Some cloud cover back down a little bit to the 80s, 83, 84. temperatures overall, but some of the cloud cover has pushed in to help us. Cloud cover associated with that is that system is a weak low disturbance that's moving up. That'll increase tonight. Cloud cover won't really result in anything else like that. Overall, we got two systems, one cool air to the north, the more moisture to the south. The cold front that we're concerned about that's coming that Saturday is out to the west. So overall, if you want to get an idea how the temperatures with that ridge out west, it's 101 right now in Salt Lake. They've had triple digits down there, so the heat expanded all the way up to Bismarck, where it's almost 100 degrees too. So that is a large heat dome out to the west. We're getting a piece of it, but we're not going to get the bulk of it. That's the system coming through Friday that we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms. Slight chance, but then Saturday we have another little weak wave, and that's kind of the one that we're looking at more, is getting an all-day type of showers and thunderstorms potential. Once again, the ridge stays out west. It kind of rebuilds after we cool off after Labor Day, so overall the pattern remains the same. We're just going to get a little bit of cool off Monday and Tuesday, and then later on next week we'll warm back up into the 80s. But we're going to have to get through the first few days of this heat coming on. So as we look at Futurecast right now, we're going to see this evening, temperatures are going to fall back down into the mid-70s. Cloud cover increases. We are starting to pick up a little bit more of a breeze outside. You can feel that right now. And then overall, tomorrow, a few showers may kind of creep in towards the morning to the southwest and then push up northeast. This is one chance we're going to see of rain, not a big shot. The next chance is another front that's going to be coming down, and that's actually going to produce more of a rain chance that we're going to see coming Saturday. So overall, we're seeing the conditions right now going to about 84 tomorrow with more cloud cover. Then we're going to see the showers and thunderstorms Saturday, which the trend has been increasing for rainfall that day than it was past. Cooling off Sunday and Monday. Labor Day looks absolutely fabulous too. It was 78. And then we're going to warm back up into the low 80s again. So a little bit of a roller coaster, but Saturday is starting to look a little bit more active than it was prior. So
well, 2 out of 3 days. We'll take that.
Yeah. It's not bad. Like I said, when you get 74 on Sunday, I'll take that with the rain.
Sunny. Yeah, that's great. All right, Greg, thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, if you're a fan of the show Shark Tank and you're interested in real estate, you won't want to miss Netflix's new series, Buy My House.
A Madison family and their home on Lake Mendota are featured in the series, which premieres on Netflix tomorrow.
We took a tour and met the homeowner who might be reality TV's next big star, Stephanie Mater.
Buy My House.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Thanks for having us over. Absolutely. Come on in.
Oh, look at the view.
And you're an interior decorator. It's pretty obvious.
I am, and this just happens to be my personal project. A couple years ago, I get a random call at work, and it's a producer telling me he's from Netflix and wants to know if I'm interested in being part of a new show.
So what is the premise of the show?
So it's Selling Sunset meets Shark Tank.
The concept of the show is they're interested in your house, and then it's your job to sell it to them.
Correct.
Right?
For professional real estate people.
Correct.
So it's a reality show competition.
It is.
And so how do you feel about selling your house? I mean, was that even in your thinking at the time?
I think it's always in the back of my mind. After I'm in a place for a couple of years, I'm ready for the next project.
This is the sweet spot of this beautiful house, right?
It is, it is. You know, it was all about creating a view when you came in the house. So when you come in, you see through the all-glass door, right through all of the patio windows. And then over here, we have the formal living room. And this would be your dining room. However, we're casual people, so
let's play pool
instead. We prefer a pool table versus a dining table.
And you have a teenage son, so that makes complete sense.
We do. This is a big highlight of the show, is this bathroom.
Really?
Why is that?
It has a Numi Intelligent toilet.
That's one of the most expensive toilets you can buy, right?
Yes.
Look at that thing.
I don't have to go.
We filmed for hours in here, actually.
So what makes it intelligent?
Oh, it heats your feet, it heats the seat, it's a bidet, it plays music, it could create a whole spa atmosphere for you.
I think it has its own Instagram page.
You win. Kitchen?
Yep, kitchen. We carried over the material from the fireplace wall onto the backsplash and created some large pantry space.
Can we go downstairs?
Yeah.
How many square feet is this house?
It's just a little under 5,000 square feet. This is where the fun happens.
Oh, wow.
Surprise!
This floor is magnificent.
Thank you.
What is this floor?
This is a porcelain tile actually imported from Spain. It's just a really unique. It's not something you're going to find around here.
I love the wall covering.
So I'm kind of known as the moss lady in town. I found this product like I don't know, 10 years ago at a trade show. And it's also an acoustical panel, but it's no maintenance, and it lives off the moisture in the air.
Oh, so it's alive?
It's alive.
Oh, that's incredible.
I'll let you touch it.
Can I touch it?
Just once.
Oh, look at that. I've never seen anything like that. And this is the kind of thing they're looking for in the show.
Yes, they're looking for interesting. You know, a common comment throughout the whole process was, I can't believe you're in Wisconsin.
Right. I mean, right when you pull up, your house is distinct by its color. What do you call it?
Noir on the northern shore.
Noir on the northern shore.
I describe it as the frame of the piece of artwork. So it's the white interior with the black exterior. A quick peek too, they actually liked the shower. You gotta look at the shower.
Hey, good looking. This is just another room to...
Yeah, so this is the screen porch.
Look at this.
Here's a shower.
Oh, you have an outdoor shower?
Well, you have to get that sand off.
Wow, look at this. Had they ever been to Wisconsin?
Not one person in the crew had been to Wisconsin.
And what kind of reactions did you hear from them?
Oh, well, they couldn't believe it.
This is not only a big deal for you personally, this is a big deal for Madison. You're getting an opportunity to sell Madison to a national audience.
A worldwide audience.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable because they did. They drone filmed for hours here of the city.
Wow. So this is just like,
we call it the Lake Lounge.
I love this.
Isn't it so cute?
I love this.
So it's sort of the kids' clubhouse, the she shack, the guys' den for the game. Whoever's in it at the time, it's their space.
Could be a man cave, a she shed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
In the trailer, one guy's asking like $5.1 million, and they laugh at him.
Yes. Nobody laughed at me.
Oh, good.
That I can tell you.
So you give them the price, or they give you the price?
No, they give you the price.
They give you the price. And can you negotiate it? Or
Absolutely.
That's the price?
Absolutely, you can negotiate.
So it's just, it is just like Shark Tank.
It is.
And it's cash, there's no commissions.
All cash, no commissions.
Are you going to have a premiere party to watch the show?
You know, I'm going to have a few of my closest girlfriends over, and we're going to watch the whole season. And
6 episodes, you're going to binge it?
We're going to binge it. And we're going to have a good time and kind of celebrate the journey that I've been on.
And of course, she couldn't tell us anything about what happens or how it works out. And she knows, but we still don't know if there's going to be a second season.
Yeah.
So we'll have to binge it starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow, 6 episodes.
But this was the only house in the Midwest, she said, that was featured, and the only one in Wisconsin for sure. So
I can't wait to see the shots of Madison. They spent 8 hours in a drone shooting the city.
I'm excited for them.
I am too.
Really am.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. So check it out tomorrow on Netflix. Good luck, Stephanie.
And I'll go right to the end of it.
There you go.
Hundreds of rescued beagles are getting a new lease on life. We'll tell you why the pups made a cross-country trip for a new home.
And then coming up next hour at 5, a 1-2 punch of rising construction costs and vanishing grant money means the long-anticipated Madison public market will likely be delayed again. Our Will Keneally will tell us more at 5.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, with custom sofas from $8.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Are you looking for a little bit more life on the open road? Sounds pretty good to me. We are here at Wisconsin RV World in Deforest, the oldest towable licensed dealer in the state of Wisconsin. That's a lot to stand on. Christy, tell us about these beautiful, beautiful beauties behind us.
Well, we've got a lot of new brands, and that's why we're here today. Lance is one of our newest ones. It's our most luxurious, and it's one of our only 4-season campers. It can sleep up to 6 to 7 people. It can be towed by just about any half-ton vehicle. Some of the other great features are the kitchens. They're a lot more livable these days. You get larger refrigerators, butcher block countertops, backsplash tiles, and the same with bathrooms, larger, more storage, and then also the bedrooms. They are featuring a lot more king beds. One of our products has a new feature called the king bed slide, which means you can slide one all the way over, still can get dressed in your bedroom, which is not always the case.
You are going to think you're in your own home. And then you have the Camp 365, which is so versatile.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, do anything with it. You can use it 365 days a year, and it can be towed from anything from your UTV to a hybrid, and that's one of its greatest features. And then we also carry the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, and from as large as a 14-foot garage, you can get your UTVs in there, your motorcycles, and we were very excited to have the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, which we have not had in some time.
Christy, thank you so much. You can't buy happiness, but it's dang close. Come and find out why right here at Wisconsin RV World in Deforest. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home. With Lazy Boy recliners from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Back to school is here, and it's time for kids. News 3 Now and SSM Health will be hosting a live phone bank Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. to answer any medical questions you may have about your child. Join us for questions and answers Thursday starting at 4.
I call it divine intervention.
A team of doctors bring a sparkle of hope to a local woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Hear her story and how a second team helped get her over the goal line tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Our weather satellite ends up, that looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
LAX?
Yep, Los Angeles.
84 degrees. About the same as we're having here right now. Well, it's a Dog's Day in California where more than 100 beagles just made a cross-country flight on their way to new homes.
The pups are among 4,000 that were rescued from a Virginia research and breeding facility in July.
Danya Backus has the latest from El Cajon, California.
Welcome to freedom, baby. These beagles are getting their first taste of just being dogs after living their entire lives in cages.
We're going to roll out the red carpet for them.
108 of them arrived in San Diego Wednesday afternoon after a cross-country flight. The latest batch from 4,000 the Humane Society rescued last month from a now-closed Virginia breeding facility. The animals were specifically bred to be sold to labs for research and science experiments.
These dogs, turns out, have been through the worst of the worst. Poor veterinary care, poor conditions, unhygienic, some animals injured and not cared for their entire lives.
Once the dogs deplaned, they took a ride to the Humane Society to be vaccinated, chipped, and weighed. Then it was time to play.
This is the first time the beagles have been able to play and roam freely. Now that they're here in California, they'll span out to shelters across the region and then be placed with families in loving homes. I see you are so emotional right now.
Kathy Stanley is taking 4 pups to her dog rescue facility in Los Angeles.
I mean, these dogs were born in a cage, lived in a cage their whole life, got on a plane in a crate, came here.
I love them all, but the one that was kissing me on the face, she totally won my heart.
Francie Chase is adopting one and fostering another.
Beagles have to be beagles, dogs have to be dogs. We as humans, it's our responsibility to do that.
Tails were wagging as the beagles got to run, swim, and just be with other dogs.
This is definitely a second chance for these dogs.
Thanks to loving humans, each of these rescued pups can have his day every day as the top dog in a new forever home. Danya Backus, CBS News, El Cajon, California.
Oh, what a story.
But glad it's a happy ending.
Yes.
Moving 4,000 dogs is a monumental task. The beagles are being located in batches to every corner of the country.
And they're fit for royalty. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just adopted one of the beagles last week. Maybe some of them will make it their way to Madison.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, it's time to get your pet questions answered. The number to call, 608-270-9933.
Veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care is here, and she's ready to take your calls. We'll do that right after the break, so call now.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In 1983, Senator Johnson's daughter was born with a serious heart defect. Dedicated doctors and nurses saved her life. Family became the most important thing in his life, and it still is. He has always enjoyed the simple things in life: the outdoors, fishing, hiking, camping, cross-country skiing, Packer and Badger games, rec league softball, and playing guitar. And did I mention fishing? As a U.S. Senator, he fought to secure tax cuts for 95% of American Main Street businesses so they could stay competitive with the big guys and survive the pandemic. His right to try law has given terminal patients freedom and hope and saved many lives. And his Joseph Project has transformed lives by helping people get good-paying jobs and be proud of earning their own success. Senator Johnson went to Washington for all the right reasons. I should know because I am that daughter, and I've been watching my dad help others for 39 years.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
All right, Limo, give me a socket wrench, some pliers, and a phone open to libertymutual.com. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And a blowtorch. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
Get the guaranteed lowest appliance and grill prices of the season at the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance. Save up to 25% instantly on unbeatable deals, like this LG Mega Capacity Washer for just $698, and up to $1,000 in additional package rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
All right, no issues to speak of. Volume's increasing, but overall no incidents to speak of. So good travel and good weather, you guys.
Thank you very much. It's time to get your pet questions answered live.
Veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue is here today from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care. Hi, Carrie.
Good to see you.
It's a great day to call if you have a pet question. We have 3 lines open at 608-270-9933. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Thank you.
Let's start with Susan in Wanakee. Hi, Susan. What's your question?
Hi, I have a 15-year-old Shih Tzu that about 6 weeks ago was diagnosed with idiopathic vestibular disease, and they gave him something for the diarrhea and the vomiting, but it doesn't seem to be helping his balance any. He had sort of a relapse about a week ago, and I'm just wondering if there's anything that would help him just to be a little steadier on his legs.
Mm-hmm. And congratulations on having a 15-year-old dog. Wonderful. Yeah. Vestibular disease is something that can happen to older dogs, and it does cause balance issues. Sometimes they can circle, they can have a head tilt, they just feel nauseous. It kind of throws everything off. Usually they do get better just with time, but like you had mentioned, sometimes there can be a relapse. So really a lot of it is just supportive care. For some of these dogs, I've had good success using acupuncture, and this would be a holistic type of thing that you might look into, but acupuncture is nice when, kind of like the Western medications aren't really getting you all the way there, and it can kind of work on just a different level to help with balance, help with appetite, and just help your dog feel better and maybe get over the vestibular disease sooner.
That's a great suggestion. Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Let's go to Gail in Deerfield. Hi, Gail. What's your question?
Hi, my question is, all of a sudden my dog has started chewing and licking at her paws.
And if she doesn't have something else to keep her attention, that's what she's doing constantly.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a pit German Shepherd Terrier, and she's just a year, not even a year and a half old.
Okay, yeah. And this is, kind of fall allergy season right now. My allergies are starting to build up, but a lot of dogs, when they're out kind of walking in the grass, they can get some of those pollens, especially from the ragweed right now, on their paws, can work its way into the skin, and that's what can cause itchiness. Something you could try is just wiping off the paws whenever your dog comes in from being outside, taking a good look in between the toes, around the nails, making sure that there's nothing there. But that might help. You could always do antihistamines like Benadryl, Claritin, Zyrtec. Those are safe to do as well.
Okay.
You could take human Benadryl
You
and
can
give it to
do.
your dog?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Peggy in Janesville. Hi, Peggy. What's your question?
Hi, I have a blue Merle Sheltie, and he's 3 years old, and I just cannot keep up with the shedding. Is there some kind of medicine? I mean, I constantly clean, dust, and brush him, and it's never enough.
Oh, goodness. Dogs kind of go through phases with the seasons, and when they're shedding more and sometimes shedding less, I think just keeping on top of brushing and giving your dog a bath, probably not more than once a month. But that might be something to try. Otherwise, omega-3 fatty acids or fish oil, those are really helpful for the skin, and that might help with all of the shedding.
All right, we have time for one more call. Amy in Portage. Hi, Amy, what's your question?
Hi, I have a question. I have a 12-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever, and she's lately got kind of picky eating her dog food, and I was trying to find some maybe like people food that I could put on top of it to make her eat it.
Is it dry or wet?
What's that?
Dry or wet food?
She has dry food.
Okay. And that's a good point. I mean, you could try adding in a little bit of just whatever canned food correlates to that dry food to make it more palatable. Or if you wanted to add in, so-called human food, I usually recommend sticking to single ingredient items. So just kind of like proteins, whether it's chicken or beef, not fried, but boiled so there's not a lot of fat on it. Or fruits and vegetables. Those some dogs really love. And those might be the simple things to add in with the food.
A little variety.
I know, variety is
Which one of your dogs loves tomatoes?
Tomatoes?
Well, Lola did.
Oh, it was Lola. Oh, the little cherry tomatoes.
You never know.
Yeah.
We are out of time. Carrie, thanks for coming in today.
Oh, yes.
Great to see you, Carrie.
Thank you for all your calls. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
If you have advanced non-small cell lung cancer, your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
Back to school is here, and it's time for kids. News 3 Now and SSM Health will be hosting a live phone bank Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. to answer any medical questions you may have about your child. Join us for questions and answers Thursday starting at 4.
I call it divine intervention.
A team of doctors bring a sparkle of hope to a local woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Hear her story and how a second team helped get her over the goal line tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
We'll go to warm conditions. Thunderstorms unsettled Saturday, but that should turn into a lovely Labor Day on 78 degrees.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives me better breathing and helps prevent flare-ups. Before Breztri, I was stuck in the past. I still had bad days. Flare-ups, which kept me from doing what I love. My doctor said, for my COPD, it was time for Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups. Like no other COPD medicine, Breztri was proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
In today's Final Touch, it's a bank holiday this weekend in England.
So why not wrestle around in a ton of gravy? Now, in its 12th year, dozens of contestants took part in the World Gravy Wrestling Championships at the Rosen Bowl pub in Lancashire. Speaking ahead of the messy event in which participants throw each other around for 2 minutes at a time, previous winner Joel Hicks says what it takes to be a champion is to be able to not to worry about what you actually look like when you're doing it. He adds, you get messy, you get covered in it, it stinks, it gets in your eyes, you just grab onto your opponent and just hope for the best. As well as wrestling ability, the judges award points for fancy dress, comedy effects, and entertainment. Hundreds of spectators gathered to watch the wrestlers go at it in a pool of cold vegan gravy. Yes.
Was it actually gravy?
Yes, vegan gravy.
Well, there's a holiday that's unusual.
One to remember. Congratulations, I think. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.